Hello and welcome to Cosplaying Around. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about what we're going to be seeing over the next couple of weeks. You probably caught my little hint there on my last article. If you know what I'm talking about, then you got it. I'm talking about Steven Universe. If you have any kind of a social media account, or if you have cable and watch Cartoon Network semi-regularly, you know what I'm talking about, whether you've watched it or not. The show was surprisingly good. It took me by complete surprise. I was expecting something completely different and got way more than what I was sold originally. I can't be more pleased. Now, the reason why we're going to be basically just focusing solely on Steven Universe for the next few weeks is because I have a convention coming up. I will be going to Anime Week in Atlanta, and my husband and two of my siblings are going to be coming with me, and we're doing one big group. So, because I don't have time, unfortunately, working a full-time job, I can't do multiple projects at the same time. So, you guys get to follow everything I do completely for right now. Now, Steven Universe is absolutely fantastic as far as cosplayers go. The whole reason my cosplay business is called Breach of Reality is because I love costumes that kind of cause a break in reality, an illusion of something different, something more. Which is why I absolutely love going for fantastical designs and things that don't make sense and probably don't need to be made, but I'm doing it anyway. For Steven Universe, we have so many crazy things. First of all, these are beings made of light. They are literally gemstones that project a physical hologram. They can eat, they can sleep, but they don't have to. They are masters at what they do. Each one has, I say a unique ability because we don't know for sure, but we're pretty sure that, say, Pearl, that is an entire race. It's kind of like Pokemon. You're named after your race. There's something else in that called Fusion, which if you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, you know what I'm talking about. This is slightly more serious than DBZ in the fact that a fusion is a representation of what those characters' relationships are, which can be either magnificent or absolutely terrifying. In Steven Universe, these designs are absolutely gorgeous. It took me a little while to get past the artwork, and there's nothing against the artwork at all. I just have a little bit of a natural off-put towards American cartoons, which isn't really any singular cartoon's fault. There's just been an oversaturation of cartoons that are pure drivel over the last 10 years. Therefore, I'm a little over it. So, I was not expecting to be pleasantly surprised. The characters we are going to be doing are, of course, Pearl, Garnet, and Amethyst. I will be cosplaying as Pearl because I'm neurotic. And I am just like Pearl in several ways, even down to a few things in my history. Now, Pearl is also a ballerina, and to be fair, watching her fight was probably one of the things that really got me into this show when I finally decided to watch it because I'd accidentally watched a clip of it on TV. I adore her character designs. They remind me so much of something that I would wear to a regular class, just something non-formal but still functional to be wearing while you're doing pirouettes. Absolutely love it. My second youngest sister is going to be cosplaying as Amethyst, which is extremely appropriate. She's the shortest one out of all of us, except for my youngest sister, but she still has a lot of growing to do, so we'll see what happens. Either way, Amethyst is very rough and tumble, her hair is crazy, and she wears clothing that really kind of is a little bit out of the grunge era, almost. She's very much influenced by humans themselves, because she has never been to the planet that gems are from. She was created here on Earth. Garnet is going to be cosplayed, by my sister who is directly below me, who also happens to be the tallest one out of all of us, so that's, pretty fitting. Garnet is the rock, as of right now, for the team. She's actually a fusion, comprised of two separate characters that form together through their love bond, and create this being who is literally made of love. Garnet has a unitard, which has a pretty straightforward design on it. I'm very much looking forward to creating this. It's going to be fantastic. So what we're going to be seeing a little bit over the next couple of weeks is going to be wig making and styling. Both of the pearl wigs, and you heard me right, are going to be made out of yarn. I did say both. You're probably wondering because I mentioned that my husband was coming as well. He is also going to be pearl. He's going to be pearl from the pilot episode, and I cannot express how happy and simultaneously unhappy this makes me. I'm going to be making fun of him the entire convention. Either way, I do not care for this design, not because it's actually bad. I don't actually have a problem with the design. I have a problem with the design matched with the particular character that it is meant to portray. I'm so glad they changed it because to me, that does not seem like Pearl. Now granted, Pearl was a little bit more mean towards Steven in the pilot also, instead of being directly a mom. So, there is that. Now, that wig makes sense to make out of yarn, and believe me, it is very strenuous. I can't use the kind of yarn that I normally use for this project due to the color and the fact that I needed it to look like hair and not fur. Could it have been made out of fake hair? Yes, it could have, and I possibly should have done that. However, it's kind of harder to make short-haired wigs out of fake hair, unfortunately. My pearl wig is going to be made out of yarn also. This is actually not a very good decision, but I want to give it a shot anyway. The main reason I'm doing it is because I already had all the supplies I needed to make it, including the yarn, whereas I would have had to have spent about, at the cheapest, $20 to buy a wig to modify. So I figured I'd just give it a shot, and hey, if it doesn't turn out that good, I'll just get a wig and make it later for future conventions. This is going to show you a bit about making side seam unitards with designs. I'm going to be showing you some on modifying clothing for cosplay, which is something I don't typically do, so I'm pretty excited. We're going to see a lot of fun stuff over the next month or so. I hope in the future I can show you some adaptations on making the weapons, but I don't think I'm going to have time for that. So, we're going to see where this goes. I'm going to be playing with resin, and I'm going to be working with makeup again, which is always fun for me. So, we'll see where this goes. I cannot breathe right now, so I apologize for awkward pauses and a lot of stuttering. My nose is completely stopped up, and it's fantastic. Either way, next week, I'm going to be going over the article on both of the pearl wigs. God willing, I get them both done by then, because I do not want to have to work on them any longer. And garnet and amethyst wigs, as far as styling goes, because I get to turn an afro into a square. This is going to be fantastic. Either way, I will see you guys on the other side. I hope that you enjoy Steven Universe. If you don't, I very much apologize. Hopefully you can still enjoy this for what it is. And if you have no idea what it is, just keep tabs on everything and enjoy it. And if you think it looks interesting, go check out the show because it's pretty awesome. And I need a rose. So, somebody needs to go be a rose because I will love you forever. I don't care if I don't know you. You're my favorite person. Not actually my favorite, but you're my favorite cosplay person. So, yeah, I will be back next week with a lot of very painful wig making. We'll see you guys. Bye.